Well, man, I was asking you today. I thought it was, and even the first day that I invite you here. Um, Tell us some weird stories that happened to you. Did you thought about it? Tell me. I'm always excited to
Yeah.
ask that. What you know?
Well, I haven't had too crazy stories. Thankfully, most of the clients behave and they're happy. Most of them are family, so they come relax. But like, there was one family that, so I usually do the check-in with the families, when they're
Okay, yeah,
coming.
yeah.
So I usually try to be there to meet them. Hey, whatever you need, they're usually asking about the grocery store, the closest
pretty
beach,
cool.
everything. They
Yeah.
got like 5 questions that mostly people do.
Like the front
And
desk of the hotel.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
so be that receptionist, and so you give a familiar face. They'll be
Right.
talking to someone, so they know it's a person, not a robot. So okay, oh Paulino, yeah, thank you, blah blah blah. And then if I can maybe bring, I always give like a fruit or coffee, but I plan it in a way that it's spontaneous. Like, oh, I brought you this.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was planned, but it's there. And so once this family, they couldn't make it, I can't wait all day for people. So they said, no, we're gonna arrive like at 7, 8 p.m. Okay, well, self-check-in, the keys are here, blah, blah, blah. And then the next day I usually show up to say, hey, how's it going? Everything good over here? I go there and they're not at the house. They've probably gone to the beach or whatever. And so I say, okay, well, I tried 2 times. I'm not gonna meet them. And we were by the beach. I think this was Playa Panama. And so we saw a car stuck by the beach. They had this Toyota, but like very low clearance. So it was stuck at the beach. And they were like struggling, trying to do, many other things
Yeah.
like in the sand. So I said like, yeah, these people are not gonna come out.
Right.
At that time, I had a big pickup truck. And I said, hey guys, you seem stuck. And, can I help you? Whatever. So I pulled them out over there. Hey, how can I pay you? Whatever. No, it's fine. Don't worry. Well, we're staying in a house over here in Pacifico. I'm like, oh, really? Okay, cool. Why don't you come for dinner? Like, I mean, this is nothing. No, don't worry about it. No. Come over for dinner.
That was just pura vida.
It was just put up. I said, okay, well, I'll go for dinner. And it was that house. It was my
No
clients. It was my
way.
clients.
So you went to dinner with them.
I went to the house that I was renting, but they were staying over there since we didn't meet personally. And when you're talking to one guest, there's
Right.
6 people.
Right.
You don't know all of them.
Right.
And so they, eventually I found out it was them. So that was fun.
And what they say? What happened when they found out?
Oh, before I arrived there, they said that, like, I think this house is the number of the house, and then they were asking me like, how can you come in on the property, because to go over there you need a code.
Yeah.
I was like, no, like I'm Paulino, I'm the manager of the house, and they were like, oh well, they were
That's
super
very
happy
cool.
about it. So that was very cool, and for that family as well, since we got along. The next day, I planned a dinner with a chef that I know, a friend.
Yeah.
He was starting to do that business. So I said, hey, why don't we do this tomorrow for free? Like, you don't have to pay. The chef is going to come, and then we're going to shoot videos and pictures and everything. So I saw them like, I couldn't see them the first day, and then I saw them like 2 days in a row. And so we brought a chef, and so we could take pictures, but they had dinner for free.
Oh, that's very
So
cool.
that's part of the. There was once again with another owner. This time he had bought the property from abroad. I had only like call and email with them. He hasn't seen the property. Like he bought the property without being here. And
This week I just sold a property like that.
Like that?
The client never
Yeah.
came. It was all
Nothing.
Everything through
just
website,
video calls and everything.
calls.
So he does that.
It was a lot of those. It was like
Yeah.
but it works perfectly, smoothly.
Most of these clients, he was sure to do to buy the property. Like he wasn't going
Yeah.
around. He wanted
Yeah.
to buy the property. So he buys this property, and then we start talking, do the onboarding to the management. But the house is in Hermosa. I don't manage it anymore, but it's in Hermosa in a really, really steep hill, like really bad. And the road by then wasn't fixed, so it was dirt road. So to go over there, you needed a pickup truck or like 4-wheel drive. And so he's never been in a property, and he's gonna arrive at the property, and I tell him, hey, I'm gonna pick you up because no, I already got a car, I'm renting a car. And I told him, did you rent a 4-wheel drive? He never answered, like, okay. And so, I'm waiting at the house because we're gonna meet, just, we haven't met personally. And then, like, when he's supposed to arrive, I hear a couple, like, people shouting, and then I hear a car stuck.
Right.
It was him because he rented whatever car and he couldn't go up the hill. I told him the hill is like bad. You need a 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
And then he got stuck, and I'm like, oh, okay, nice to meet you, and let me get you out. So,
Did you pull him or something?
yeah, I pulled him, but it was tough because that, and the other clients, it was flat, but this was an uphill, so you gotta like make it work, and then it was right in the house in the driveway, so I gotta go slowly but fast because I gotta.
Right.
So it was tricky, but I've met a lot of people like that, pulling them out of holes or whatever.
That
Because
should be your next business.
yeah, probably. I mean, Costa Rica doesn't have the best roads.
Costa Rica pulling you out or something like that. Yeah.
I pull you out, you buy from me. You buy
There
from
you
me.
go.
Yeah, man.
There you go. There you go.
But there's always coincidences like that I meet the clients and then they show up, or like they are some friends, and then we find in a dinner or whatever. So that always happens. This is a small world,
It is.
and this is a small country. So most of the people that are coming, they were recommended by someone else. Somebody else, hey, you gotta come to this house. So there is always a connection. But yes, I've gone to something that I always joke about is I don't know what people do in the houses, but all the TV remotes and the AC remotes are always under the bed, like when I go and do the checkout inspection, I gotta go down and look for the remotes. I don't know what, like, when I go to a hotel, I lay out, I put on the AC and I put it over here.
The table, right?
No,
right.
it seems like they just throw it and that's it.
Really?
It's all in every house all the time. I don't know what they do with the remotes. It's a mystery for me. But it's not many crazy things, but there's always things that you wonder, and they're just funny about clients.
So by the way, congrats, bro. Congrats. Not only one kid, but two?
2 kids. Yeah, we're having girl twins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you
Oh my
nervous?
God!
So,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's first time for both, and with 2 at a time. But it's a blessing. We're happy. We were planning for it, but we never planned for 2. So yeah, I don't know how it is to be a dad, but I'm not the first one. So, and I'm not gonna be the last one. So I know, and I got support. I got my family. She's got her family on her side. So we got a lot of people. As they say, it takes a village. But and we got the village. But we're happy. It's just gotta hustle. Gotta make it double. Gotta work double.
and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
What do you used to do before you do property management? What is your story behind?
My dad owns an AC business, like an air conditioning business, and I worked with them basically since I was in high school. And since I got out of school, I went and started working with him. And at that time, he had pretty much all of the condos in Pacifico.
Oh, okay.
And there weren't many houses. This is like 20 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, so there weren't many houses, and he started servicing all of the Pacifico condos. He started working with PAMs, and because we are not from here, we're from San Carlos, so close to the Arenal volcano area.
Okay.
We moved in 2006, so exactly 20 years ago. And so we were new business for my dad. He didn't used to do that. Well, back home, it was car ACs and car mechanic, like quick mechanics on cars.
Yeah, but definitely here we don't high demand that.
Exactly. He saw that. He scouted the place.
You learn English doing that?
Oh yeah. Well, most of the schools over here they teach English, but so before working with my dad, he said the first thing, you gotta go to the States. You gotta go do a program. You gotta be there 3-6 months, whatever you can, and just learn the English. That's how I actually learned it. Because when you get out of high school, you're like, yeah, hi, hola, 1, 2, 3, nice to meet you. But you don't have the accent. You're not eloquent. and you gotta do the vocabulary and conjunctions and the verbs and all that. And then so I went to a family. It was an exchange program, and they spoke Spanish, but they didn't tell me because they want me to learn.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
they
Yeah.
knew I was going to struggle, and so when it came the time, they helped me. But at first, they didn't say. They actually had like a Spanish accent, like "Oh, hola, cómo
Yeah,
estás?"
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the first, so I was there 3 months. The first 2 months, it was only English, and they were really cool. Like they put me in a soccer team and basketball team. So in sports,
Right.
being out, you learn a lot. And like the
It
kids,
is.
the
It
kids
is.
my age, they were like, yeah, what's this guy doing over here? Hey, throw the ball, whatever. And I like, I didn't understand that fast, and so it was like a crash course. I learned, came back, and most of my dad's clients spoke English, or were like foreign. So, every day knocking on doors. Hey, how's it going? We're here for the service. So I worked with my dad for 6, 7 years, something like that. And then I started my own.
So you start your own company.
Yeah.
Nobody did that before. It was like you were just thinking in doing that.
I worked with a property management company before through my dad. He was connected to a
Of
lot
course,
of
of
people,
course.
and so he introduced me to these people, and
So you were learning that.
I was
Yeah.
learning,
Okay,
but I
cool.
didn't know anything about how it was managed. And so I learned with the company. I went back to work with my dad, and one of his clients, he had another company doing the property
Okay,
management, and so he wasn't happy with it. And say, he's his friend now. He is like, hey, Paulino, why don't you manage my house? I was like, what does that mean? I'll tell you.
Okay.
Because he owns like 6 properties in the States and over here. And then I just, created my Airbnb profile, booking, everything. And then he had the pictures, and he told me, well, you gotta charge. He even explained to me, you gotta charge this, you gotta charge this percentage, blah, blah, blah. And then I just started doing it. And then since I had that client, I was working with my dad. I was basically doing as a favor. And then other persons say, oh, he talked to my dad. Your kid is doing property management?
Most of
And that's how it started. Like within a month, I had 3 clients.
But right now you do a lot of social media content. Why is that? Can you explain me that? I mean, I understand that,
Yeah.
but I want everybody knows. Why.
Yeah. Well, I always liked the idea of making content, making videos specifically. I took courses about it, and I like it. I understand now that not only to promote your business, because you put it out and you mention, hey, Primario does rentals. I got this beautiful house. Check it out, rent. Like I could say maybe less than 10% of my clients come from social media. Most of the people are just shopping or looking around. It's so you create an image, you create a persona. Oh, this guy, they see a video of you being around the houses talking about property management once, they see it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Oh, this guy is like the guy to go.
Yeah.
And so you try to create that in their mind, so when they think about property management and rentals, oh, this is the guy I know.
Yeah, of
because you
course.
gotta be there, and for me,
Top of mind.
you gotta be
Yeah.
top of mind. And as you mentioned in the beginning, I'm not the only one. This is like super common. There's a lot of people. I got friends that they ask me, hey, how you do this? Well, I wouldn't say friends, like colleagues that ask me, hey, how you do this? The next day they created their own property management business, and I know it happens to you. People that you give them a lot of information because you trust them. The next day they're your competition. So it's super common, but I need to be over there, to be the primario. I put it up over there. And social media and internet right now, it's the one that is quickest to the most on top over there is the one that wins. And so it's consistency.
Personal branding.
It's personal branding, and I like because it's a game of consistency. And I may not be the best, I may not be super talented, but something I always had in sports and in school, I was consistent. Like I always show up the same day, same time. I do it and I do it and do it until I say, okay, no more.
And that's the way to do it when
That's
you
the
have
way,
a business.
yeah.
I mean, or you do, or you grow the business of someone,
Yeah. Yeah.
or you grow your own business.
Your own
I mean,
business.
it's choose your difficult, because
Mm-hmm.
it would be difficult this one, it would be difficult this one too.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be easy, but that's the way to go. I mean,
Yeah.
and before I was overwhelmed sometimes with this. I was like, it was too much to do,
Yeah.
too much, Now I'm enjoying it, because being in comfort is my new comfort, bro.
That's the thing, that you gotta be uncomfortable. You don't notice. You
Yeah.
don't notice that you're uncomfortable. And a couple of friends joke with me, say, "Hey, you post everything, bro. You post when you're drinking coffee, when you're having lunch." Like, well, I post a lot of things, but I post when I need to post. Like, you don't know.
Right.
You don't know how's my room. You don't know how's my bathroom. I don't show that.
Me neither.
I got my own life.
Me
I got
neither.
I don't post when my wife is talking to me. I talk to
Nope.
my wife
Mhm.
in person. So yeah, I post a lot of things because it seems like that. And actually, I was happy they mentioned that, because in their minds they see me a lot, but they don't really see like. When I post a video, it doesn't mean I'm there. I'm
Right.
probably already at my home.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sleeping.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
I post, it doesn't mean I'm right there.
Same thing with me. I make some videos sometimes if I'm in the country or outside the country, and I'm making some video.
Yeah.
And maybe a month later, that video will be around.
Exactly.
And
You-
people are, sending messages. Yeah, are you there right
Yeah.
now? I'm working in Costa Rica now.
But it's funny because you create versions, you multiply yourself, and that's
Right.
what the social media, internet is what's for. You multiply yourself, and people say, "Oh, this guy is over there." I'm not there.
Yep, I agree totally. Paulino, thank you so much. I enjoy this a lot, and thank you to be here. And I wish you the best. Keep growing with Primario, my man. I like to see you like this, working, with some goals going on. I'm sure, and especially now with the babies,
Yeah.
more work to do,
Yeah.
more work to plan, and
More purpose to it as well.
more purpose. You're right too.
Yeah.
So, man,
Appreciate it, my man.
thank you so much. I
Thank you.
hope you use the Me Podcast cup a lot.
Oh, for sure. I'll show up.
in your team. Hey, did you finish reading the book?
I haven't, but if I finish, I'll read it again. Every day, a little bit.
How do you like it so far?
Oh, good. I like how you add a lot of personal touch and
Yeah.
histories about it. That's how you learn,
Yeah.
There's so many books about it, about real estate, but there's no book of how a person went through it, and that's how it makes it so personal.
That was the point, and
Yeah.
helping people too.
Yeah. It feels like I'm talking to you like right now. That's good.
Awesome. Love that.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Thank you to be here, and thank you for not cancel, bro. Well,
Yeah.
this was the Me Podcast talking about property management in Costa Rica. Please, if you have questions, feel free to Paulino. Can we add Paulino social media too later on, Fernando? Awesome.
Please.
Fernando, he was afraid to talk today, but he loved to talk too.
I didn't let him talk.
And or if you want to talk to me about it too, please feel free, go contact me so we can help you with that absolutely in here in Costa Rica. So thank you so much.
See you next time.
See you soon, guys.